By the end of this tutorial, you'll be able to review a pull request with Claude Code from start to finish, ensuring your code is top-notch. You'll learn how to utilize Claude Code for a thorough review. Reviewing pull requests is a crucial step in the development process, as it helps catch bugs, improves code quality, and ensures that the code aligns with the project standards. Claude Code streamlines this process by providing a comprehensive set of tools to examine code changes, identify potential issues, and collaborate with your team. With Claude Code, you can systematically go through the changes, check for best practices, and verify that the code works as expected. This saves time, reduces errors, and improves overall code health. By leveraging Claude Code's capabilities, you can take your code reviews to the next level, making them more efficient and effective. You'll see how to apply these skills in a real-world scenario, starting with setting up Claude Code for a pull request review. To get started, make sure you have Claude Code installed and configured properly. We'll dive into the specifics of the review process, covering everything from initializing the review to providing actionable feedback. All right, let's dive into setting up Claude Code so you can start reviewing pull requests like a pro. First things first, make sure you have the Claude Code extension installed in your IDE. If you're using VS Code, the command is ext install ClaudeCode. Once that's done, open the extensions view by pressing Ctrl+Shift+X or CMD+Shift+X on Mac. Search for Claude Code and click to install. Next, we need to link Claude Code to your GitHub account. Open the command palette in VS Code with Ctrl+Shift+P or CMD+Shift+P on Mac and type install OAuth app. Follow the prompts to create a new app in your Anthropic developer account. Make sure you grant enough permissions for Claude Code, including repo, so it can access your repositories. After setting up the OAuth app, come back to VS Code and use the command ClaudeCode. Link GitHub. Enter your GitHub credentials when prompted. Don't forget to give the necessary scopes like read, repo, write, packages, etc. This step is crucial because it allows Claude Code to fetch pull requests and interact with them seamlessly. Once linked, you should see a new menu in VS Code called Claude Code in your activity bar on the side. Click it, and you'll find options like Open Pull Request or Review Current Pull Request. These will help you navigate through your reviews effortlessly. By the end of this setup, you'll have everything ready to start reviewing pull requests efficiently with Claude Code. All right, now that we have Claude Code all set up to help us review pull requests, let's dive into the actual review process. By the end of this step, you'll understand how to navigate through a pull request and get valuable feedback from Claude. First, open your terminal or IDE and make sure you're in the directory where your project lives. Once you are, head over to the GitHub interface or wherever your pull request is hosted. Navigate to the specific pull request that needs review. Next, click on the Code Review button or tab. This will usually be an icon like a magnifying glass or a comment bubble next to the pull request title. Doing so should open the pull request in a new window or tab with both the old and new versions of the file side by side for comparison. Now, let's bring Claude Code into this process. In your IDE, go to the left-hand panel where you see all your project files. You should find an icon that looks like a speech bubble or a chat interface. This is the Claude Code panel. Click on it to open it up. It might be labeled something like Claude Code or Claude.md. Once the Claude Code panel is open, click on the Review tab. This will initiate the review process with Claude. Claude will go through your changes line by line and suggest any potential issues or improvements. For example, let's say you have a function that has been updated in this pull request. Claude might flag some parts of the code and suggest better practices. Maybe it notices an inconsistency in naming conventions or suggests adding type annotations to make the code more readable. As Claude points out each issue, take note of its suggestions and consider them carefully. You can click on any flag section in the code to directly navigate back to that part in your IDE for quick edits. Don't worry if you don't agree with every suggestion. Claude is a tool meant to assist you. Take the time to evaluate each one and make informed decisions about how to proceed. By following Claude's guidance, you can ensure that your pull requests are as clean and efficient as possible before they merge into the main code base. All right, now that we've reviewed the overall structure with Claude Code, it's time to dive into the nitty-gritty of each code change. By the end of this step, you'll have a solid understanding of how to analyze specific lines of code, ask for insights, and leave meaningful feedback. Let's pick up where we left off. You've got your pull request open and Claude Code is running in the background. The first change you see involves adding a new function to handle fetching user data from an API. First, take a look at the added lines. Diff plus async fetch user data, user underscore ID, plus const response equals await fetch, https://ap.example.com/users/$, left brace user underscore ID right brace, plus return response.json, plus. Now, you notice that the function isn't being used anywhere else in the codebase. This might be a good time to ask Claude Code for some insights. Plain text, Claude Code. Could this function, fetch user data, be more efficiently integrated with existing functions? Claude Code will analyze the context and give you suggestions. Let's say it suggests using an existing pattern or another function that could help streamline the process. Next, let's add your feedback directly to the code review comments. Plain text, // Claude. Could this function, fetch user data, be more efficiently integrated with existing functions? // Consider using the get user info function for a cleaner approach. Move on to the next section of changes. Here, you see some refactoring in the user manager class. You notice that the method names could be clearer. Diff plus async get user data, user underscore D. Async get user underscore data, user underscore D. // code here, plus const response equals await fetch, https://ap.example.com/users/$, left brace user underscore ID right brace, plus return response.json, plus. You can ask Claude Code for help with naming conventions. Plain text, Claude Code. What are some best practices for naming methods in this class? Claude Code might suggest using more descriptive names that better reflect the purpose of each method. Let's apply those suggestions and add a comment to your pull request. Plain text, // Claude. Rename get user for data to fetch user data for clarity. Continue through the rest of the changes, analyzing each one individually. Use Claude Code to ask questions when you need deeper insights or have doubts about specific lines of code. By the end of this step, not only will you have left detailed and constructive feedback on the pull request, but you'll also be better at recognizing areas for improvement in your own code. By now, we've thoroughly analyzed the code changes in the pull request, PR, and left our feedback. Let's wrap up by finalizing our review and deciding whether to merge or request changes. First, let's take a moment to summarize your findings. You might have noted several things, maybe some minor linting issues, a few comments on naming conventions, or perhaps an architectural decision that you feel could be improved. If everything checks out, it's time to provide the final verdict. 1. Open the pull request. Open your terminal and navigate to your project directory, where the MCP, metacode provider, is set up. Then run cd path /to/your/project. MCP open. This will open the pull request in your web browser. 2. Review summary section. Scroll down to the summary section of the PR. Summarize all the feedback you've left and any final thoughts or additional comments. Make sure everything is clear and concise. For example, Markdown. Review summary. Added type hints to the function definitions. Minor linting issues resolved in the codebase. Improved variable naming for better readability. Overall, this PR looks good to go. 3. Decide on merge. If everything is as it should be and your summary reflects that, click the Merge Pull Request button or equivalent. Make sure you're confident about merging before proceeding. 4. Acknowledge the PR author. Click Create Merge Commit. This will automatically send a notification to the PR author, letting them know their changes have been merged into the main codebase. You can also leave a final comment like, Markdown, at PR_author. Thank you for your contribution. Your work has been merged. 5. Archive the review. Once the merge is complete, it's good practice to archive this PR in Claude.md or your issue tracker, if applicable. This helps keep a history of all code reviews. By following these steps, You've ensured that the code base remains high quality and that contributions are both appreciated and integrated smoothly. You're now one step closer to maintaining an excellent standard for all future PRs. By now, you've walked through the entire process of reviewing a pull request using Claude Code, from fetching the latest changes, setting up your environment, running your tests, to finally making notes on the code. You're all set for the final step. First off, let's recap. You've gone from opening a pull request in GitHub and cloning the repo to integrating Claude into your workflow. You've run Claude Code commands to get insights, make changes, and review the PR with both human and AI eyes. By doing this, you've not only improved the quality of your code, but also made collaboration more efficient. Now it's time for the real test. Practice what you learned. Open your IDE and navigate to the next open pull request in your project. Follow these steps. 1. Clone the repo. If you haven't already, clone the repository locally. Bash. Git clone https://github.com/your-repo git. cd your repo. 2. Fetch changes. Bash. Git fetch origin pull/pull_request_number/head PR branch name. Replace pull_request_number and PR branch name with the appropriate values. 3. Run Claude Code. Bash. Claude Code review. Pull request number pull_request_number. 4. Start coding. Dive into the code, make any necessary changes, and run your tests. 5. Review together. Use Claude Code to get insights and feedback on the pull request. By doing this, you'll see firsthand how Claude Code enhances your review process, making it faster and more effective. Don't just take my word for it. Try it out. If you find yourself stuck anywhere or want to explore further, head over to the official Claude.md documentation or community forums. There's a vibrant community ready to help. So go ahead, give it a shot with your next pull request. Feel the power of integrating Claude into your development workflow.